Victory Monday. Are we not getting used to this or what?
That is 9 in a row for this Patriots team, although this one may have been costly, Boomer.
Yeah, I know. Injuries are going to crop up from time to time. That the good news is that I'm reading a couple of these injuries are not that significant, and guys like Will Campbell should be back. But, yeah, yesterday was the mass unit for sure. It wasn't a pretty game, but, again, it's just win, baby, in the NFL, and just win any which way that you can. So whether it be through interceptions, touchdown passes, solid running game, I thought it was going to be a bigger blowout, but you got to give the Bengals some credit at least. But you're sitting here at 10-2 right now. I don't know how many people thought this was even going to be possible. And, they got an extra day, and they got the Giants, and I think they're probably going to see Jaxson Dart Monday night.
You surprised to see Zach Taylor punt the ball away down 7 there?
So there's a lot of coaching decisions going on right now, Greg Hill, in the NFL that don't make a lot of sense to me. Now, I know there are teams that are playing with these losing records, and they probably feel like they are out of the playoffs. And by the way, the Giants are officially eliminated, so they are the first team eliminated.
All right.
I would say that whether it be the aggressive nature of Aaron Glenn or Mike Kafka down here or Dan Campbell or even yesterday with Zach Taylor, nothing surprises me anymore in the NFL.
Boomer, on that topic, were you surprised that Steichen and the Colts punted it on 4th and 3? I know they were on the Kansas City 40 or so, but punting the ball to Mahomes in that situation seemed foolish.
Yes. Well, so again, I always say this, that if I were a coach, and I think most coaches try to do this, and then sometimes plans go foobar on them, which is what football is known for. But I always think, like, who am I playing? Where am I playing them? And in what conditions are we playing? So if I go into Kansas City, I know even though they are struggling offensively and they haven't been scoring a lot of points, this could be the game where all of a sudden Patrick Mahomes loses his mind and goes on to beat us and has a huge game. So therefore, part of my defensive game plan is going to be going for it on 4th down, especially to stem the tide of momentum that changed in this game. So, yes, so Shane Steichen, I would say, made a mistake, but it's because of what the outcome of that decision was that helped lead Kansas City to the victory. It's almost like yesterday the Giants could have kicked the field goal towards the end of the game, gone up 6, and most likely would have won the game had they kicked the field goal. But I know what Mike Kafka is doing. He's saying, we're playing Detroit. They're probably going to go for it, or they would have to go for it if we were up by 6 on 4th down, and we may end up giving a touchdown and losing the game that way, as opposed to allowing Detroit to get into field goal range to tie it to put it into overtime. So the coaching decisions, because of the way that some of these games have turned out, make you really scratch your head as a football fan and somebody who's been watching this game for years.